Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Yes, we're gonna keep it going. Keep it going.
What a good
Keep it
day.
going. Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday.
us.
Happy birthday to us. Oh my gosh.
Woo! Yes, yes indeed. Yes
Have a
indeed.
celebratory drink
Yeah, but hey,
out of my Dating University mug.
out of my
In
dating
my
university, paid for by by my money's, not really sponsored, but
yes, in my Dating University shirt.
in my dating university hoodie.
Yes.
Yes,
It is
sir.
DU all day today.
Yes, sir.
All day today.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
And
indeed.
this is a vintage
That's vintage. You can't
Dating
even get
University
that shirt
shirt.
no more.
Can't get this no more, y'all.
You can't even
Unless
get
I
that
sell it.
shirt. My God. What's going on, Professor Brittany?
What is going on, Professor Charles? Happy
Man,
Thursday. Happy show day. Happy day.
yes, yes, yes. Happy, happy, happy. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to Dating University, where here we discuss the good
The bad
and the ugly.
of all things dating and relationships.
Absolutely. Cheers and cheers and cheers. Brittany, what are we celebrating today?
We are celebrating 6 years of the brand that we so affectionately know as Dating University. 6 whole years. How many days is that?
That's a good question.
365 times 6. 2,190 days.
Woo-wee!
Can I give you context of that though?
Yeah, come on, give us
My
that.
goddaughter is 6 years old. So
Mhm.
her entire existence, I
Has
have been
been
with
in
Derry
Dating
a total of
University
6
life.
years. The entire life of our relationship. So it's a long time.
Wow.
It's a long time. 6 years. It's we true to this. We're not new to this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, thank you, brother
Thank
Brian.
you.
Hey, happy birthday to us.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Means a
Happy
lot.
birthday. Listen, man. Oh my gosh. Like 6 years of
6 years.
doing this.
We have acquired over the years tens and thousands of views.
Yes.
We are in several countries, on
Yes.
several continents.
Yes.
We have done God knows how many shows.
I stopped counting. Like
I think the
really-
first 2 years, the first 2 or 3 years, we did not take a break.
No, we
Were
didn't.
we okay back then?
Yeah.
It was like every Thursday like this, no breaks.
None.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah, no breaks. But we learned very quickly that burnout can happen
Yes.
and that life can happen. And that over those 6 years, we have had 2 engagements and
Yes.
2 weddings.
Yes.
We both started out as single as a
Yes.
dollar bill, and now we're both married, happily married at that. Cheers to that. So before we dive into the show, we just want to provide just a brief overview and history for our new daters that have enrolled in Dating University over the past 6 years. Every moment has history, and we have had a very humble beginning. So we are actually 8 years old. So if you look at your merch that you wear, we're actually 8 years old. But we're going to dive into how we were able to sustain a brand.
Yes.
And so to keep it short, in 2016, I started going live with a bunch of relationship woes. Dating had gotten on my nerves. I just needed a place to vent. And what better place to go, not my therapist, but to Facebook. My second therapist.
The community therapy.
Yes, the community therapist. Absolutely. I went to Facebook and, then I said, you know what? I want people with me. And so I did have a string of co-hosts, but Charles is the one that resonated the best with you all. And so at the beginning of 2017, yes, Drea, make that bigger. I called it hashtag dating 2016. Yeah. And so in January, when Charles became a permanent co-host, we titled it hashtag dating 2017. But then, towards the end of the year, Charles, hit me up and said, Brittany, we need sustainability and we need to brand this because we can't keep changing the name every year. It's not consistent. And I said, you know what, Charles? Genius. And then Charles, take it away about how you came up with the name Dating University.
I thank you, Professor Brittany, Dean Brittany, President Brittany. We appreciate you. So, I love it. I really had to sit down and I'm like, man, like we're all going through this and we're all learning and we're all going to stay learning. So I'm like, man, we need something that is in that vein. And I didn't want to do school or just dating school. Like that sounded corny as hell.
Yeah, it's not the same zush.
It don't have that same je ne sais quoi.
Oh, okay.
So, I really took my time and I was just like, okay. Yeah. I was like, you know what? We all grown. And when you're grown, you go to university.
Yes.
And so Dating University popped in my head and I was just like, yo, this is it.
Yes.
This is it. Yeah. And so I started doodling, I started drawing, trying to come up with like a logo.
Yes.
I had zero knowledge of how to do anything in like Illustrator or any other drawing. First of all, I can't even draw for real. Like that's my drawing looks crazy. Like it looked like a 3-year-old. I promise you. Yeah. So I had to reach out to somebody that I knew was actually doing it, and then luckily this wonderful lady that I was rocking with, that I was working with, she was like, "Oh yeah, I could do that. No problem." She was like, "I can make it." She was like, "Show me what you got." I showed her what I had drew. As goofy as it looked.
Do you have the sketch?
You know what? I do. It is it's in one of my notebooks and it's in my room. And I will never get rid of that. I will never
take a picture and post it. It's history.
It is.
It's an artifact. You have to share it with us.
Okay. And so I showed her and she just went from there, man. And this is how we got the logo. This logo is so official and it is so tough. If you look in this corner, you see the shield. It makes everything just professional. It makes everything just pop. Like I just feel like a true brand because of that. And so I feel like Charles brought that like professional, he brought that perspective that I needed, which was, it's a balance. I'm fun, but Charles is business. So together it works. I mean, Charles, trying to have fun here. No, I definitely be having fun here.
No, you're fun too, but you're the professional. Charles is the tech guy that got us on StreamYard. He's the one that makes sure that we had our Instagram pages. I'm the one that comes up with the content and like the interview questions and things of that nature. So we're a really good team that works together.
Absolutely.
He says, Brittany, I feel like this should happen. And I say, cool. And I'll say, Charles, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. We're going to talk about this. He's like, look, I'm following your lead. So we really work well together. You have people that always ask, like, how is it working with a co-host? Great.
Right. Like, great.
We work. It's been fun.
Like I flow, like we, and with the beautiful thing about it is that while, how you portrayed both of us. We both trade off and do the
Sure.
opposite thing. Sometimes you're very technical and you are very detailed, and
It's rare.
you can
Very rare.
and you come with like that other side of the game that I needed to see, and then I'll come up with some content, and I'll it's a great ebb and flow with this show, with this brand, and I think it serves us so well because a lot of people love like how genuine like we are.
Yeah.
And how we always come off as authentic, and we just vibe. Like we're not set out here to make it seem like we are like Facebook gurus. I mean, relationship gurus. We're not we're not any of that. We're not, we're not any of that. Like we're just two people who've been through some shit.
Yes.
And seen some shit.
Right. And you know what helps? We talk about it. It just helps that we have two amazing spouses that support us, because there are times. So having a podcast is more than just a notion. Like you can't just show up and say, "Oh, we're going to do a show on Thursday," and boom, we're here. We actually have things called treatments that I will upload with the interview questions, our opening and our closing, and we allot a certain number of minutes to each question, and we go over that the day before. We have a schedule for when we put flyers and stuff out. We have planning sessions, and everything. Hi, Adrian. But everything is very timely. It's time consuming. To be honest, it's very time consuming.
Very much.
If we did not have the most understanding spouses, I don't know what we would do. If you look at us, we're a man and a woman. So already you have this dynamic of, okay, you have a man and a woman. Our spouses are very trusting.
Yeah.
There are times I've had to call Charles pretty late. There are times he's hit me up late, but our spouses know what is up.
Yeah.
And they've always supported and loved the brand from the beginning.
Absolutely. And I cannot co-sign that enough. Like I am so grateful for my wife, who has just been an absolute rock. Like,
hey, First Lady.
I mean, the biggest fan, that I could ever ask for, because our longtime listeners and viewers will know the journey that I've gone through of several women who couldn't even understand like where we were going, what we were trying to do, what we were, and I'm just so grateful that I have such an understanding wife, and she has just been like my everything, when it came to this. Like she's pushed me farther than what I could possibly even imagine for myself, even to like where I am right now, and the things that I'm rocking with now. So I'm like, man, I couldn't trade her for nothing, man. I couldn't trade her for nothing. And I know you feel the exact same way about Darius.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, Darius, he comes with so much passion, so much joy. I mean, and it warms my heart, honestly, to see how happy he is to see us progress.
Derry owns more paraphernalia than I think both you and I combined.
Listen, he has at least 5 shirts. I wouldn't be surprised. I would
2
not
or 3
be surprised.
hoodies. He has been a supporter of the brand since we started dating, because one of the first things I told him was, I have a podcast,
right?
And my co-host is a man. Because remember I told you, before Derry, there was a guy, and I was driving to your place, and I'm like, I'm going to record the podcast. Well, it wasn't a podcast. I'm going to record our live with my co-host, and he lives kind of far. And he said, I said, yeah. At his place? I said, yeah. He said, I'm not having that. Either you rock with me, or you rock with that show, but you can't have both.
Yeah.
So you see how that went.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That was one of the first things I told Derry, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, I love that." If y'all watched us in the beginning, Charles and I were at his place in 2 chairs by each other.
Mm,
And so Charles would be right here, and I would be, well, I'm where I am, and then Charles was next to me, and we had to fit 2 people in a frame
with 2 phones.
with 2 phones.
Or 1 phone when we finally came up with the
1
page,
phone.
and then we gotta like kind of.
We have to hug. So the entire show, my arm is around his back so that we both could fit in the same shot.
Yeah.
We had to do what we had to do to make it work. We don't have things like StreamYard now where we can be in separate places and go live.
Listen,
we had to be in the same spot.
Yeah, this right here, this was a silver lining in a very, very dark time of the world. When COVID hit, like we couldn't go over each other's houses. You know, we had to shelter in place. We had to stay where we were. And I'm scrambling. I'm like, bro, we got all this time. Everybody's home. This is the time. Like, we can blow up right now. Like, how in the world do we even like grow from this? And thank you. Listen, this person right here, Spady,
one of our first guests. Oh man,
bro, like a mentor.
Award-winning mentor. Amen.
Yeah. I mean, she has just been she's been a really, really great resource over the years. And I've you know, I try not to copy, but I mimic how they move, and I love how they move. So she's been great.
Yes.
She's been great.
Charles, what's one of your favorite shows over the past 6 years?
Anytime we had a guest. Like anytime we had a guest.
Oh wow.
Honestly. I mean, because it brought new perspectives.
Yeah.
It brought new life into, you know, like the conversation, and you know, and it's just been so great. And then speaking of guests.
Yeah.
Bro.
What up there, boy?
What's going on?
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you, Professor Tamal?
I'm well. I'm better. Been injured, but I'm okay.
Is that a beard I see, Tamal?
Yeah, I need to get my hair cut.
Oh no, I like it. I like the beard, Tamal.
We gotta give him the soul. Look at him.
No, I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling it.
It doesn't matter what you feel. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I ain't feeling it.
Yeah, but to answer your question for real, one of my favorite episodes. Oh God, there's been so many of them. I think when we started doing the Journey series, when we started talking about like how to deal with, you know, first meeting and then first dates and then communications and then you move on to other things. And I think, oh man, we put so much heart and soul into that series.
A very vulnerable show. Yeah.
It was. It
really
very
was. Vulnerable season. Yeah.
How about you? What was your favorite?
You know, I have several. Definitely the one where we had the women panelists talking about dating from a women's perspective.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
Do you know one of my favorite moments on that show, which shed light on the plight of women in the dating scene, is that you can express your discontent in a certain area and it will just go over a man's head. So for example, we were talking about not liking to be approached at a gas station, because sometimes the approach was overly aggressive. It could be, you know, at the wrong time for us. And one of the men said, well, you know, I'm still going to do it. It's coming from a good place for me. And it's like, you're missing the point. Like, this is what we're trying to show you. We don't like something and you're still going to do it.
Right.
You see the disconnect? So it was just good to see it play out in front of everybody on live. That was such an informative show. We did it from a man's perspective as well. Men got to say how it is dating as a man, and we as women got a chance to listen. So I think offering that perspective from both genders was very helpful in people seeing how it was dating overall.
Absolutely. Brother Tamal, tell us one of your favorite episodes or one of your favorite memories of being either on the show or just watching the show, because you've been a fan since day one.
Day one. I want to say my favorite show was like the first time I was on the show, because Brittany's faces. I was talking about basically having to deal with or like heal from someone that you basically can't get away from. Because like you basically trying to heal from somebody, but y'all got a kid together. You really, so you can't, like, it's not like you can break up and then like she goes her way and you go your way. Like I still had to co-parent with that person. So yeah, it was like Brittany's faces when the stuff I was saying, she was just like, it was just like, she was like, I couldn't believe, she just couldn't believe what I was saying. Like it was like a bunch of jaw-dropping faces, and she was like, oh my God. Like, yeah, it was just like, it was like, I went back and I watched the show and I was just like cracking, I was cracking up.
Well, in my defense, I didn't know you back then. So that was one of my first introductions to Professor Tamal. Y'all, once you meet Tamal and have a conversation with him, you're going to make some faces because he says some off the wall stuff, and he's sincere in saying some off the wall stuff.
I said some off the wall stuff today.
I'm sure you did
at work.
It's par for the course. Darius in the chat with like some important, like awesome moments, yo.
Yeah.
Side chick pussy great again.
It was make reckless. It was reckless.
Oh my God.
It was make reckless pussy great again. I want to forget that show so badly. I cannot believe we still have a platform because of him.
I never want to forget that show. I never want to forget
that show was unhinged.
Yo, bro was wild. I was on the floor laughing. Like I was bro.
We were here.
Yeah.
I had to get up and go away. I've never clutched my imaginary pearl so much in my life.
I remember you getting up a few times. Like
I got up a few times. I almost left the house. My house at that. And I had to check the page the next morning to make sure we were not flagged.
Right.
Like, that's how reckless he got with his mouth.
My G was reckless.
Carlton was reckless.
He's still reckless.
He's
a very memorable guest, nevertheless.
Yeah.
Hey man.
One of my other favorites is definitely any of the man caves. Any of the man caves.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we got what? Two up on y'all. Two up on y'all.
I know we've only had one ladies room.
We had one.
Let me tell you. Did y'all have a photo shoot for the fellas man cave? We had a photo shoot.
Nah, we didn't do that.
We ain't got all that. We come in and do work.
We were
right.
We were official. But shout out to the ladies in the ladies room. We're gonna do a part 2 this year. So ladies, after the show, I know.
Yeah, my beautiful wife was on that show.
Yes, she was. Carrie's been on the show several times, actually.
Yes, she has.
Matter of fact, reach out. I mean, therapy is so necessary, and Carrie's very calming. Like being around her is very soothing. So have her back on the show so we can woosah and get in touch with ourselves.
She gonna make you open up, for real. Like you just, and she at that point where she just like, why do people always want to talk to me and tell me that? Like,
it's the way you said open up. I was like,
no, you know what I mean, lady.
I know.
She makes you want to like just open up and talk about things that are going on with you. It's like she's like, she used to be open to it like at first, but now she's just like, no, you gonna have to pay me because this.
Oh yeah,
Look, we got bills. We got
Yeah, right. Like I said, we got kids.
Speaking
Right. We got kids.
Cut the
DU
check.
After Dark. Let's not forget about DU After Dark.
DU
Can we please run back DU After Dark?
Yeah, y'all need to bring that back because
We
that
gotta
was
bring that back. We
Yeah.
gotta bring that back.
that was some off the wall, man.
Off of the wall. If I were a fly,
Woo.
I would.
I left drained.
I
was
love
left drained.
DU
I was
After
like,
Dark.
oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Like
I
Derry
mean,
had
yeah.
the lights red in here. I had on my. Well, you had to be there.
You had to be there.
So as we do more DU After Darks this year, you will get a glimpse of why it is the way that it is and why we love it so much.
Right. And you can only
Give me
look,
time.
what platform you going because you did it on Instagram last time.
No, we did it on Zoom. Did we do it on Instagram? No.
Yeah.
It was Zoom.
Yeah, it
wasn't
wasn't. It was Instagram.
Oh, we were unhinged.
Yes, we did a private group
It was Zoom.
call. It was a private group chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we got to go the Zoom route because it gets really intimate.
It gets real
Mhm.
intimate. You never know what you're going.
You
know.
never know. You're like, oh, woo. But we don't.
It's
We do
intimate.
not judge at DU. We do not
Is
judge.
intimate? Is intimate the word though? Like I mean,
I learned a lot about some of my daters. I learned
Yeah.
a lot about some of my daters.
yeah. Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But what happened
that.
at DU After Dark stayed at DU After Dark. So we'll leave it
Absolutely.
there. But what
You
about-
know what else y'all need to bring back?
what?
Mm.
The holiday party.
The
Y'all need to
infamous.
bring that. Yeah, y'all gotta bring that back.
You know,
I enjoy
I'm a little
when I say
upset.
I enjoy myself.
I'm glad you did.
I enjoy.
I'm glad you did.
Oh man, that was great.
I think we all
I
enjoyed
enjoyed-
ourselves a little
We
too
did.
much,
Mhm.
but it was.
Mhm.
One enjoyed itself a little bit too much, but hey, it was.
But, no, it was funny. The
It
podcast
was.
after somebody did a podcast after talking
Yeah.
about our holiday party. So it must-
Yeah. I think y'all should bring that back.
yeah, that was fun. I mean, it doesn't have to be a holiday party. It could just be a regular like
Yeah.
meetup.
Yeah, even the outings, like when we met up at Northwest Regional Park?
I think so.
Yeah. And we did one for Chelsea's
Yeah.
birthday too. Yeah.
Yeah. That it was great. I enjoyed that.
Well, clearly,
What happened at the party stays at
Stays
the
at
my
party.
husband said what happened at the party stayed at the party. No, it did
Yeah.
not. Because Homegirl did a podcast. Remember?
Oh, well, true. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the podcast that
It's
only
like,
had like
so
seven.
you
The
didn't think
podcast
we
that only
were
had like 7 viewers. Oh, all right. Oh, all right.
Oh no.
Oh, all right. Oh, all right.
Yeah, it was going on. We had a few things.
Shade.
There was a few things going on in that party. I was like,
There was a lot going on at that party.
Yeah.
We had overnight guests, which is great. We love the guests. Hi. Hey Iris. Yeah, it was a good time for real. I think my other favorite show had to be the sex show for sure. I had to really uncover and expose some of these men, and I felt really free after doing that. My inbox became really clean and clear after exposing what I was dealing with at the moment. Because what you think is appealing is really not. The angling is off, for one.
Oh, God.
Next to a remote control, Apple remotes are really small, so not really a flex.
Oh, my
You're
God.
doing it next to a water bottle. It's 4
Here we go.
ounces.
Here we
A
go.
4
Not
ounce
4
water
ounces,
bottle?
not the little scoop.
Yes. And they just holding it, and then the angle. I see your quadruple chin now.
Mm.
I'm not
Mm.
liking that. And then you have toilet paper from when you wiped it.
oh
Then
my
you got
goodness.
scaly skin. It's not moisturized. So just calling that stuff out when I was getting unsolicited pictures in my inbox, they stopped then. You got to bring light to the darkness. When you bring the light to the darkness, it's gone. The darkness is gone.
Oh, God.
So my inbox was amazing after that. One of my favorite shows.
When y'all call people out, that's another one that, like, those shows I was like, hey.
Oh my God, Charles, do your line. Do the most memorable line in Dating University history in honor of our 6-year birthday.
Sick of this shit.
Do it again so I can get my face. I'll get my face ready.
I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah. My man said, I'm sick of this shit. Like, damn.
When you go back and watch that show, I'm gonna find it and then reshare it. But if you do a screenshot of my face, I'm like this.
My man,
like this. We did not practice that at all. So
Brother Charles was going off. He was going off. I'm like,
I didn't know he was gonna do that. So I'm just like,
listen, it was just boiling on the inside. I just got so tired, and that was one of our state of the dating union show.
Was this around the time when you had that incident with the I don't even want to call it with
it was close. It was very close
because there was just anger there, and I felt
a lot of anger. It was a lot of anger.
Oh, it's really chilly in here.
Yeah, man.
What was the topic? Like I said, I think it was one of those, like so we have a reoccurring series that we do, and it's called like the State of the Dating Union. We do a temperature check on what's going on in the dating world and relationship world. And at that time, it was just so much BS happening.
So much.
Like, it was so much at one time, and I was just like, I am so sick of everybody's shit. Like, I was done. Like, I was completely done. So it was a real vent session. Like this show is literally part of my therapy. I'm not even
for sure.
Like, I get a lot out.
For sure. For sure.
This is.
He definitely took the gloves off. But the one thing also that a lot of students don't see is that Charles and I talked before and after the show as well. So sometimes when we have topics that are very triggering for either of us, we have to, end the show, and then sometimes we have to kind of talk through how we feel, because sometimes we're not in the best of spaces after dumping everything in that hour and a half. So we have to kind of be like, where are you? And it's like, I'm not in a good space right now after having to talk about that.
Yeah.
So those after the show conversations are also really, really crucial to our dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you there too, because it is not just us just getting on the floor and then leaving it all there, and it's like, all right, well, I'll see you next Thursday. Mm-hmm. Like, no, we actually care for each other. We're making sure that one another is okay. Even through our normal lives, like we check in just to make sure everybody's doing all right.
Yeah.
And your husband, he's part of our brotherhood, so we check in on the regular. So
we gotta check on the brothers.
Yeah.
Got to.
So, yeah.
I can't. I mean, the list of like favorite shows, I could go on all night. The list. Oh my gosh, the fellas. Just getting the fellas together to talk about the infamous List. Was one of the best shows I think we've ever.
It was. It really was.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was like, I mean, some of that stuff I can agree with, because like some of the, like as far as a first date, like some of that stuff, I'm like, I'm not taking a woman to a first date on, like, especially not no Applebee's. That's something that, that's something that, like, babe, I'm hungry. Where you want to go? You know what? Applebee's around the corner. Let's go. You know what I mean? Something like that. Like it's just that it's not one of those places that you take someone on the first date. Cheesecake Factory, that one I didn't understand. I'm sorry. I was just like,
I still do not understand that.
I don't understand.
Factory.
I'm like,
again.
And this is coming from me being the person who don't like chain restaurants, but I will go to Cheesecake Factory.
Right. It's like I just didn't get like the atmosphere there. Like I said, if you go there, like most of the time, depending on time you go, it's quiet. Like it's not. I ain't gonna say it's quiet, but it's quiet enough to have a conversation.
Sure.
Yeah.
The ambiance and the lighting and everything. It's like an intimate setting. So that's the thing that I didn't understand. I was like, what? Like, man, like that's why I was like, I agree with some of the things that I hear ladies saying about Cheesecake Factory and about dating things in general. Just like I told a young lady today, like I don't demonize a woman for looking for a man that has resources and stuff like that, because some women are hardwired to look for that.
Sure.
What I am going to demonize you is for not putting that same emphasis on the man's character.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. You looking for a man with money and you don't care about his character. Now you done had kids with this man. He an asshole. Your kids are assholes. And you want to know how you got in this situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's like I said, I'm not going to demonize a woman for looking for that, because most women are hardwired to look for that. All I'm saying is also look for a man's character. Yeah, like what the Trip say, bro? On the what he said you want to be wowed by the gesture and not by the man.
Yeah. That's what it is, and and I feel like that's what part of this dating scene has come to. Like, it's all about what is Instagrammable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what can I brag about? Like, this person did, and I didn't have to do a damn thing but show up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, like it was cute for a minute, but it's. I feel like it's short lived. I feel like. People are waking up and aren't taking no more wooden nickels.
Yes.
When it comes to that, it's one thing to be fine, but don't be no fine lane.
Right.
Like you are a pointless waste of carbon at this point.
Yep. It's just really upsetting that in having some of these unrealistic standards, you're blocking your blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really sad.
And it's just it's a wild thing to me to have women try to tell men how to be men when they ain't had no man, and they like, it's wild to me. It's wild to me.
Right.
Like,
well, they just their idea of what a man is.
Well, just a weird idea. Like, no, you don't have what I have. You don't know what I don't know.
Right.
So therefore, like, how are you to tell me what it is that I'm supposed to be? The only thing I know that I'm supposed to be is good to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the reason why we had those shows of what it's like to date as a woman and what it's like to date as a man. So the goal was for the other gender to see how dating is from our perspective, to gain insight, to gain clarity, and then to hopefully change their posture. And then we move forward together. So that goes back to what I said earlier in the show. Like, it exposed that even when we expressed what we did not like, because that man was like, well, it's coming from a genuine place for me, so I'm still going to do it. You're a part of the problem. The goal is for you to listen, and then from that, change and do something different. If we don't like it, why are you continuing to do it?
Yeah.
Yes, your intentions are good, but we don't like it, so we're not in a space to receive that goodness. You can have the best of intentions, but if I had a long day at work, talking to people, and work can be stressful. So when I leave work, I want to woo-side. Okay, I'm not in the mood for, hey, what's up, beautiful? If my body language gives that I don't feel like talking, you inserting yourself into my space, you're going to not get a very positive response from me. And we just told you that. No matter how much you try to mansplain something, it's not going to make me like it anymore.
No, I get it. I absolutely get it.
It's like saying, I don't like peas. But see, when I make my peas, I add honey and balsamic vinaigrette. So you may like it. No, I just don't like peas.
I don't like peas. Take it for what it is.
Period. I don't like peas. Please don't serve me peas. Do not pass the peas like they used to.
It's called taking.
I don't care if they're cold. I don't care if Danny Glover is holding them. I don't like peas.
Damn. It's called taking the rejection, moving on. That's what it's called.
Exactly.
But you won't get rejected if you don't go into that circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If someone says,
we don't like getting hit on at gas stations, don't hit a woman at a gas station. You may not get rejected.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Right.
Of course, there are outliers. But again, it goes back to reading her body language. If her arms are crossed, if she's mean mugging, I've never seen an instance where you mean mug. And that's like, oh, please talk to me. I'm in such a flowery mood.
Yeah.
It's like, read the room.
Read the room.
Read the room.
Speaking of reading the room.
Hi, Claude.
Brother Claude. What's up, bro?
Hi, Claude.
What's going on, everybody?
Your hair looks very luxurious today. I just want to say that. Give it up. Y'all, if you're watching the show, put some hand claps in the comments for Claude's hair. It's giving me Jesus in Jerusalem.
We good, bro. Yo,
what's up, brother?
Yo, Charles, who do we always? My bad. Go ahead.
Before you even get started, Claude, it ain't that type of party. We partying to that. It ain't that type of show. We celebrating to that. All right,
bro.
The fact that Charles had to give a disclaimer. The fact that Charles gave a disclaimer. I want our viewers to know Claude always comes with the heat and comes with the word. So the fact that Charles gave a disclaimer speaks volumes. See, it's giving Jesus. Y'all, give hand claps in the comments for his hair. Claude, can you tell us, first of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, sweetie. I can't complain. How's everybody's New Year so far?
Great.
So far.
Claude, what's your favorite show that we've done so far?
My favorite? I'll be honest with you. The one where we were talking about the list.
I knew. Oh, Claude, you had a lot to say that day.
You had a lot to say that night.
You had a lot to say.
Bro.
I checked the page the next day to make sure we still had followers.
Yeah, my G was on it. Sure. I'm like, damn.
I mean, I was like, I know his fingers are tired.
He was still have a page.
He was in the comments. I was like, hold on. Let me just go ahead and send him the link. I need him on here. Bye.
He was ready.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, brother George, what's happening, man?
Hey George, another professor. He also brings the heat with a disclaimer.
Absolutely.
But I love it. Hey April, another host. Hey April. Claude, so what if you could have us do 3 topics for the new year? What would you like to see us discuss?
Topics that have to do with dating?
Yeah, or any topics in general. We are an equal opportunist here at Dating University.
Oh man, so where do we go with this one?
Oh, go there.
I think we need to get on the topic of men that have been abused by narcissistic women and don't believe that there are good women out there anymore, but there are.
Ooh. Will you be
I
a
think that
co-host?
needs to be touched on because there's a
Will you
lot
be
of
a
men out
co-host?
here.
Will you be a co-host?
I could be a co-host. I could be a co-host for that one.
Wow.
Close the shit out of that.
I could be a co-host for that one.
I have been finding recently, especially in my talks and my at my shop, I get a lot of men that have been coming in recently that have been coming out of like these 8-year-long, 9-year-long relationships that with narcissistic women who lack accountability. Come up with these bullshit excuses like I'm not happy or I need to find myself. Like, bitch, you didn't know who the fuck you were before you got involved with somebody. Look, every time I hear a grown person say I need to find myself, where the hell you been at for the past 10 years that you didn't know who the hell you were? Grow up, and we need to actually start like holding people accountable. This goes for men and women. If you got a friend that's not being accountable in their life, sit them down and say, yo, you dumb fuck, I need you to be accountable for your dumb decisions. Stop blaming everybody else. The world isn't against you. It's your fault. It's for the actions in your life, the reactions that you're getting are because of the actions that you implemented in your life. Every time you went left and you got a decision that took you right, that's your fault, not nobody else's.
Yes.
But I'm getting actually very exhausted running into men, especially that do not know their value and don't know their stats. And when I say don't know their stats, I have had to educate men that every month you should be doing your own stats like the back of a football card, okay? And those stats include your income, your health, your mental state of mind, your emotional state, all of that. And you rate yourself. And a lot of men don't realize when you go through and break that list down, they're more accountable than majority of these women running around here out in these streets. And I've had to give men various different tips on how to get their mental state back. And I shouldn't have to do that because I'm not a therapist. I'm just talking about experience and watching this shit. But it's getting very frustrating watching men think that they are less than what they are. And for some reason, you got women living with their parents and their kids all in the same house, thinking that they a bad bitch. It's like, sweetheart, I don't know, maybe Beyonce put out too many songs that got these women confused with who they are, but somebody needs to give them a hard wake-up call.
And Claude, you know what? I will co-sign you with that. But I'm going to come with a rebuttal. There are some men that do those stats and they inflate what should be on that card.
Well,
so they're overselling themselves.
Hoflation goes for both ways, men and women.
No, I'm saying sure. Yeah. So they may have a card, but some of those stats are a tad bit questionable. Like,
Yeah, no, you got some guys out here that have an undeserved ego the same way you do have women that have the same thing.
Yeah, that lack of my chart. If I ask you what's your physician's name,
not the lack of my chart. Oh, jeez.
I'm a little concerned. You should know your doctor's name like this.
Yeah.
Who's my doctor? Yeah. Dr. Caesar. OBGYN, Dr. O'Rourke. Dentist, Dr. Can't pronounce her last name, but she's good.
Wait. So
now we got a comment. So Iris,
I touch on that. Can I touch on this real quick?
Hold on one second. Like, we actually did a show about the passport, bro.
Yes, Iris.
And it's
do you really know what women in America lack that women over other countries have? One, femininity. They're not trying to be a man, okay? And all the women that say, I was raised by a single mother, guess what? That's no fucking excuse. That's your fault. Women overseas were raised and bred to take care of a family and their man and their children. Over here, for some reason, because the court systems and all these other systems have presented women with all the opportunities to become a man, as we are watching women literally become men, okay? This is why men are going to other countries, because we want soft women. We don't want a hard chick. Nobody does. And the proof of that is the lesbians that's beating the shit out of each other in relationships and their marriages are ending, okay? Even women don't want hard ass women.
Iris, see what you did? Iris, I'm gonna call you out, Iris. That is an example of when someone doesn't come to class all year. And they don't come to class all year with the topic that we discussed. And now we got Claude. You done got Claude riled up, Iris.
That's why men are going to other countries to find women. And all these women that say, well, women overseas are educated. Actually, they're more educated than most of the women in the United States. Look up the statistics. They go to school for free and they get their education in doctorates. There are women overseas that are way more educated than American women, and they're still soft and feminine. That's why men are going overseas to other countries to get women. These women can get a visa and everything on their own. They don't need us to get that, but they want a man that wants to actually treat them like they are. You know what I mean? These women here, for some reason, that whole strong, independent BS that everybody's been pushing on y'all, it's all hype. Nobody cares.
So we'll talk about femininity this season on Dating University.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to cover that.
Like I'm all for that because
Talk about masculinity too.
we gotta talk about
masculinity as
that
well.
too. We have to talk
Absolutely.
about it. And we and it's not just this whole like and y'all know I really dislike the term toxic masculinity. Like I dislike
There's no such thing.
It does not exist. There are
like,
toxic men.
I don't get it.
But there's no such thing as toxic masculinity.
You want somebody to be manly and masculine, but not too much.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like, yeah.
And it's bothersome. And then as soon as they see something that isn't to their liking, now it becomes toxic or whatever. And it's just like, no, this is what you wanted. This is
Some women want to hear that.
but we're going to dive into it more. We're going to dive into it more.
Yeah, we want soft women, but then when we become too soft independent, it's like, well, she lacks common sense, she lacks wisdom, she lacks knowledge, she's a gold digger, and she's a ditz, and all that stuff. So it's a fine line, and we'll discuss that later on in the season.
Yeah, the thing is, you could be a feminine. You could be a successful feminine woman. I don't know who said that y'all can't.
No one's saying that you can't, and that's the
well.
and
I mean,
that's
in the
the
sense of, you know, part of the struggles that I had in dating, and I tell this story several times, is it was me. I was working. I, you know, possessed all these great qualities, but I was told I wasn't needy enough. I didn't ask him for money. I didn't need stuff from him, so he felt like he didn't feel useful in my life, and I'm like, that's not how
That
this
says
works.
more about him than it does about you.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
That's a brother
with somebody who is his worth is set by what he can do. He's a provider, and he felt like he couldn't do that, so he didn't feel needed. You know, it's like love languages. Like people are, you know, gift givers, and people are need quality time or etc. Some people just have that love language of providing, you know, and I think that's another thing we need to really dive into this year is like the subsets of all of the love languages, because it's not just, you know, gift giving, it's other things. It's a subcategory underneath that. It's a subcategory underneath quality time. It's a you know, it's all of these things. So I think we really need to
I love that idea,
dive
Charles.
back into that. I think we really do need to dive back into that and like really look at the subcategories of those.
Yeah, but I want people. So, you know, we talked about love languages with Gary O'Neill. Shout out one of my best friends, Professor Gary O'Neill. But, you know, I really want to have people on the show that possess that specific love language. Like people that love acts of service. That's not me. So I can't speak to that. So if we can have people on the show whose love language is acts of service, they can school us on how to love in that way, how to not love in that way. I'm words of affirmation. So you got me. You got people that love physical touch. Bring them on the show. So I think that's a great idea, Charles. Another topic that I think we can dive back into is the non-linear relationship. Like one of my absolute, and I forgot this, but I cannot not mention this, is when we talked about being poly. That was one of the most informative and one of the most educational shows. And it was so against the grain for our brand at the time. It was such a risk. I remember when we talked about it, Charles, like this is risky as hell. Like we're so used to talking about monogamy and this linear man and woman coming together. But it's like that's not how love is. We're in 2020. I guess what year was it? 2022. Yeah, I'm like it's 2022 or 2021. Like there are people that have multiple lovers, and they work sometimes better than us monogamous people. And so having him on the show was very educational.
Right.
Being
able shout out to the Porter family.
Yeah,
because they are on a roll.
They're on a roll.
I mean, to have them come on our platform, and then, I mean, to see the love that they got, and they like their platform took off, man. Like
John and La, they got married.
And I'm excited for them. I mean, it's been a beautiful thing. Like anybody that came through here at Dating University, man, they've gone on and did something bigger and better. So y'all know what it is. Y'all come on this here show. Like I'm about to get Claude his own little podcast. Hey man.
I cannot wait. So if we can talk about being poly, if we can talk about open relationships, open marriages, if we can talk about lesbianism, being gay in the dating community, we have not tapped into that space yet.
I love lesbians.
I mean,
I love
I am a lesbian, you know. I love women. I love women
all the time.
What? Could I say it again? What?
I date lesbians all the time. They love it.
Claude, you need a podcast, y'all. If you want Claude to have a podcast, put a thumbs up in the chat, please.
There was something else I was looking at, and I'm not sure if it would count as far as dating is concerned.
Yeah.
But what is it with, because I've been seeing it a lot lately, what is it with, I call it borrow covering, meaning that like some women will want to borrow covering from another woman's man. Basically, like I've heard it, and I've talked to some women about it, and
borrow covering.
Yeah, basically what they'll do is like say that like I was watching this show, and she was saying, like the lady was saying that she wants her man to cover her friends and her mother and the people that she knows experience the same covering. And I'm like, why would you want to do that? Like, just like I saw a skit or whatever where the man was paying for his wife and the girl that had a birthday, but all the women at the table was expecting him to pay for the whole check.
So it's like a lot of that is just for skit purposes.
Yeah, but
I don't believe nothing anymore. After the cheesecake shit, I don't believe.
Right.
Wow, the cheesecake.
Yeah. Yeah, but
written out your guys, wow. Written out your guys, wow. Like,
but there are not too many women that have husbands that are willing to do that. But the women, like single women, and just women, some women just like, oh well, he the man, so since he the only man here, he should do that for me. Or like women, women be like
that.
I know. I've seen a few women. Right.
Take care of
exactly. I've seen women like I think me and Carrie talked about it. Like she was saying, like she had went on her one of her sorority outings, and it was overnight, and she had to carry the I think it was like a mattress or whatever, like an air mattress, and it was kind of heavy. I wasn't around. I didn't go with her, but you know, she was saying like no man offered to help her carry it, and I was just like, I didn't, you know what I mean? I don't know what you want me to say. It's like
a man. Were there men around to help her carry it?
Yeah, there were men around, and like right, and that's what I was saying. Is like, baby,
but you know also, what I mean? So I guess for me, I also hold myself accountable. Did she ask?
No, I don't think she asked.
But do you know why? But see, this is the thing though. Women kill chivalry, and they don't want to admit that. So every time you have to go open your own door or carry something from your own car, you can blame all these women that were like, I hate men and we don't need a man and we strong, independent women. You talk to those women and then have them hold the door for you.
But I guess for me,
Now,
I've never
woman,
experienced that.
it's either harassing or he's a creep or something. No, I was just being polite the way my mother taught me to was raised.
Yeah.
They showed me to open the door. I said, y'all women now want to do this whole, I don't need a man. Cool, open the damn door your damn self.
But I think it's hard to hear because again, I don't have women in my circle that
do that, right?
But hold on,
I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
But wait a minute. Ron, what you just said. Remember what you just said, and remember there was a time when you was like, okay, just because it's not in your circle doesn't mean
right. But I just said I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I just said that it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Like I don't know. It's like some women. It's like it seems like some women want to pick and choose stuff. Like as like you know. Like when it comes, like I want a man to do X, Y, and Z, but I don't want a man to do this. Just like when we talking about the masculinity, I want a man to provide and I want a man to be a protector, but you don't want a man to be aggressive. You don't want a man to be. It's like you're picking and choosing. And I'm not saying men do it too. We do.
Here, but in 2024, I mean, Tamal. You have gripes about women, but are men perfect though?
Oh no, not absolutely not.
I have no problem speaking to what women I'm a woman. I have no problem speaking to what we lack. I have no problem doing that. But this is how we hear the divisiveness. Hold your men accountable. What are some of the men you're seeing doing wrong? And how can we fix that? I don't mind speaking to women like that ain't it. Women are not holding ourselves accountable, X, Y, and Z. So let's do more of that in 2024.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Because
I'm like you bashing us a little too much, and I don't.
I'm not bashing at all.
Energy.
I don't bash at all. I was just saying that, like, this is the stuff that I see, but I also see men do shit like, like it's like you want your woman like. And there's some things I can agree with. Like it's like just saying, like you want your woman to be feminine, but like I've heard men say, like, what you need to put your woman in a feminine place. What I can agree with that. But it's like, but what I'm saying is like, I guess sometimes it's like we aren't in traditional times. Right. Sure. So as far as relationships are concerned, by us not being introduced, you can't want traditional or hold somebody to a traditional standard and not hold yourself to that traditional standard as well.
True.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
I went to a cookout. It was a Greek cookout, and there were some women that were upset that men were not helping them carry their chairs to the car. And so my perspective to kind of help them to see was, okay, you're expecting, but did you ask? Now, if you ask and they say no, then we can have a conversation. But I'm going to ask. And more oftentimes than not, when I ask, they're like, oh, sure.
Yeah.
So like we got to hold both sides accountable.
The closed mouth don't get fed.
Yeah. Because it's like you sit there and expect, and that's just with anybody. Like, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for this person to do X, Y, and Z instead of opening your mouth and saying something.
Yeah, because you get mad at the expectation that's not getting met in your mind, and you need to get over that. Yeah. Like, ask for what you want. Like, it just is what it is.
Yeah,
like,
and I mean, it comes with learning that though, because growing up, I've always been taught, like Brittany, like when you went to other people's houses as a child, you better not ask for nothing to eat because you eat at home. And I'm like, oh, so I guess I'm not supposed to ask for things that I want. But then growing up, it's like, no, Brittany, when you enter into society, you got to open your mouth and speak up for yourself. So I'm like, what?
Which one is it?
Certain things growing up, like there's so much as a woman being 38 that I've had to unlearn from my childhood, and I, that's where I extend grace to a lot of people now, because I'm like, we all weren't raised the same.
Right.
So I could get mad at X, Y, and Z, but I'm like, I don't even know how they were raised, so I gotta speak up.
Yeah.
All I know is I got about like 9 shows out of this one topic. Like, and I can't wait. We got content for days.
And I want some DU After Dark topics as well.
Okay, that.
I love topics. More man cave shows, more women,
Listen,
more ladies from
next man cave is coming this year without question. We don't got to do a big photo shoot and do.
No, I think y'all should. I want to see y'all do a photo shoot.
We gotta set up everything.
I want a photo shoot from the men.
I just throw up the Thundercats symbol. My man's is coming. That's all I gotta do.
I want y'all in suits. I want the fellas in suits.
We gotta do all that. We gotta do all that.
Nah. Do it big. No, I want y'all to do it big.
We more likely to live in the moment, and that's I think that's the reason why a lot of men don't take pictures. Like, we're like in the moment, so it's like we'd be like enjoying ourselves and having a lot of fun. So it's like, I get what you're saying, Brittany, but yeah.
That was a selfish request, but
we just gonna
it's not a bad idea though. Like, I'm actually for it, but it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'll work. But yeah, Man Cave 4 this year.
Ladies Room 2.
Oh, Jesus
Ladies
Christ.
Room 2. Yeah, I need ladies. I need ladies to hit me up. So we can make this happen. It's embarrassing, actually, that we've only had one, but that one was.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, y'all just did one.
Was it called the ladies' room?
It wasn't.
It wasn't a technical ladies' room, but it was a ladies' show.
It was.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It works.
Y'all still behind. Anyway,
we are.
Yo, it's our birthday.
It's our birthday.
Hey, go 6 years, man.
6 years.
My daughter's 6. I'm just my daughter's 6. Katie is 6. That's a long time, bro.
That's a long time.
I was telling Charles, like, my goddaughter is 6.
Yeah.
And I have been together for 6 years, so we have literally lived the lifespan of some of the people that we know.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful. To 60 plus more years. If we continue to have Claude, it may be cut in half. But that is okay. That is okay. If we had Claude and Carlton, divide that by 20.
Oh my God!
By next year,
I'm just gonna walk away and just let them talk. Like, I'm gonna go to bed and just let them rock out.
We'll
until
just
they get
change
tired.
the name. Charles, give the disclaimer. We'll have to really say that.
Oh God!
Y'all will really have to get a disclaimer.
Yeah, definitely go ahead.
The views expressed by those are not those
Like,
of
the thoughts and
University.
views of Claude and Carlton are not necessarily representative of the views of Dayton University.
We are not affiliated with them at all. Facebook at all. We don't know.
Oh my God!
just
No,
add
I ain't
them on the
leaving my guys out in the cold like
no.
that.
I've been doing good. I haven't got like a 90-day ban on Facebook in like a year, so I've been real good lately.
All right.
Me too.
All right.
Me too. It's been a while.
Look, Facebook dating because I done got banned so many times. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Facebook dating?
Oh, you got banned off of that?
Facebook dating?
They won't allow me to be on there because I got too many Facebook bans.
Wow.
Why?
They said this yellow motherfucker toxic as shit.
Are you really banned from Facebook dating?
Yeah.
Claude, are you single?
Always.
So, ladies, Claude, turn your Jesus curls towards the ladies. Claude Hadley is single. And are you ready to mingle?
I'm always ready to mingle.
He is
Just gotta meet the right
always
one.
ready to mingle. So, ladies, if you are feeling Claude and you want to get a shot, Ladies, shoot your shot in 2024. Claude, your inbox is open, correct?
Always.
Claude's inbox is open. For those listening, Claude, describe yourself in your voice. Give them a description of yourself in your sexiest voice.
Oh, I need an adult. Hold on. I don't need to hear this shit.
If I was to describe myself, I'd say I'm like the 800 milligram ibuprofen you need at the end of a long day. I'm gonna take your pain away, make you forget about all the things that's been going wrong in your life. I got good credit. I have my own business. I'm successful. I actually do hold bags and open the door for you. And I'm healed, which is the biggest part I think a lot of people need to realize is that before you get into climbing in someone's DMs, make sure that person is healed properly. Process. So many people will look at a face and say, oh man, I like this person. But think about it, like, is this person healthy for me? And am I healthy for this person?
Oh, wow. Claude, what do you look like? You haven't even touched on your physical yet.
Oh, the physical is, well, I'm 6'1", medium build. I'm mixed. I come from both beautiful backgrounds. I love my mother, my father, my family, all my friends, Tamal, Charles, all these guys have known me since middle school and high school, if not longer. And all of them can vouch for my personality and who I am.
Yes.
Sure.
And he has all of his teeth, ladies.
And I know who my physician is.
And he knows who his doctor is. Ladies, hit him up in his inbox. You don't have to come through us. Go directly to him.
Right, because I'm not going to be nobody's go-to in middle.
Not for a nominal fee, we will.
Nah, I mean for a fee. Hey, special guest, y'all.
Hey, First Lady.
Hey, everybody.
So, yeah. Hey. You got any words, First Lady? What's your favorite show?
What's going on, Seth?
Hey. Keep the same energy.
Ooh.
And dating after divorce.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And what's the other one? Then when I got the very first time I got to watch it when Anthony was on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I forgot we even talked about dating after divorce. We've done that many shows, and I think it goes to testify to the fact that each show impacts each person differently. And the fact that I forgot that we even talked about dating after divorce shows that it resonated with others more so than me.
It
That's
really
great.
did.
I love it. Those are good.
Yeah.
Those are good ones.
Oh man, that keeping the same energy.
Yeah.
Yo, I came off firing that day. Oh, I was
I gotta
firing.
go back and watch that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we both were unloading that day.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Is that the show where I talked about watching men run up and down the field and
Possible.
oh gosh.
It's
Okay.
not
Possible.
I'm surprised I still have friends after that, but that's
Oh my
okay
gosh.
for all the football lovers, and that's oh, okay.
Oh, I want to hear that story. Hold on. I shot my shot at someone at the end of 2023 through an anonymous IG post. It was pretty interesting.
Why anonymous, Kristen?
Mhm.
Oh, Chris.
Why anonymous? We can do a show on shooting your shot. We can do that. But why anonymous? Girl, stand on business.
Not staying on business.
Yes. If I like you, I like you. And I'm gonna shoot my shot. Eyebrows and all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What was interesting about it? Like I'm now I'm invested.
I'm very invested.
On-
Have I ever shot my shot? I don't think I have.
See, that's the thing. Y'all don't. Yes, I ain't forget you, Brandy. Yes, we're definitely doing that show. Definitely.
Yes.
We're definitely doing that show. I ain't forget you, baby.
That's a good one. Yes, women's
That's
reproductive
real.
health.
'Cause everybody, a lot of people deal with it more than we know.
Who need a baby? I'll donate.
Jesus Christ.
I make fucking champions.
Fuck no. Absolutely not. Fuck no. I had to put you
You got
in
my
the headlock,
husband
put you
laughing in the
ground for that
background.
one.
You got Jerry laughing.
I had to put you in the
hear that,
ground for that one. I don't play about that one.
Ooh.
Shot my shot and
See?
be married.
See?
See, it works.
Jerry
Yep.
says that I shot my shot first, but okay, we'll go with that.
You don't believe him?
No, we're gonna. Here's the thing.
Ooh,
I was going to Tinder and
talking
thought Tinder was
about-
broken, so I swiped right on him first.
I got you. Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. I hope it works out, Kristen. Shoot that shot, girl.
You had to get vetted.
Unfortunately, everyone, I gotta go get these kids in the bed and make sure they doing what they
Yes, it is
supposed to do.
hometown.
Yeah, so
Where's the wife?
yeah,
Is she
congratulations, Kyle. I'm not even sure. To tell you the truth, I just hear the kids around. So let me go
Kids
ahead. Make sure they go. And congratulations, y'all.
Thank you.
I will be watching more shows now that I don't work at night anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Perfecto.
but I'll be seeing y'all later.
Thanks so
All
much.
right. Thank
All
you.
right, so all right.
All right, yeah, we about to get on up out of here, man. Listen, we thank y'all so much for
Happy
rocking out
days.
with us for 6 years, longer if you've been a day one fan. But listen, this is not the end. This is only the beginning. Yes, I know we have not been very consistent lately, but that is due to life being life, and also there are a lot of new things that are happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I guess I could talk about a few of those.
Talk about
The
it.
very first one is the brand new podcast with your favorite co-host, Dr. Reverend Mr. Anthony Johnston. He and I officially dropped our first episode of the Husband's Lounge podcast. You can find it on
Love it.
Spotify and Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from. It was a great episode. I'm enjoying the process from inception to fruition.
Yeah.
It's been really great. And the second big announcement is that I myself are launching the media group in June. Yes, that is a hard date. I am it's a hard date. It's a hard date.
Yes, sir.
But it's going to get done. And
I'm so proud of you.
I am open for new clients. I am open for new opportunities. If you or someone you know has backgrounds in digital media, marketing, technical stuff, any of those things, just send them my way. I want to meet with them. I want to meet with you. And hopefully you will be able to buy into my vision, and let's just go get this money, because this is a 300 billion with a B industry out here, and I'll be damned if I ain't gonna put my hands on it.
Okay, you heard it here first, ladies and gents. Congratulations, Charles. Yes.
Thank you.
Claude,
Definitely.
tell us about your business.
Well, right now a lot of people that don't know, I have a smoke shop in Cockeysville. It is a shop where we hold also different events for the cannabis industry. We're very keen on our community being able to have somewhere that they can come relax and chill out, smoke, talk, get a therapy session, whatever it is you need. We sell sneakers, clothing, smoking accessories. I also do a lot of private investing, which has been my bread and butter also on the side. My goal has always been to retire by 45. I got 3 more years, and I'm pretty damn close to where I need to be at. I do not mind advising people. If you're trying to start a business and you think it's just going to be too hard, ask me a question. It is not as hard as you think. I think everyone needs to own something. Get an LLC. Don't give a shit what you're selling. You can sell it. We got the internet, TikTok. There's so many resources out here to get something out there, whether it's just something verbally, whether it's something physically. There are ways to get it out there. Go out and do it. If you put it off till tomorrow, it won't get done.
Wow.
I'm a big motivator, especially for the Black community, to start a business. The world has been run by, how do I say this correctly?
I'll say it for you.
Anglo-Saxons for a very long time. We have, as a community, lost our way when it comes to gaining wealth. And I notice a lot of other Black entrepreneurs don't like sharing information. I refuse to be one of those people.
Amen.
If you're a Black business owner and someone comes to you and asks you, can you help me, give me advice, and you turn them away, you should shut your business down.
Absolutely.
And that's, I don't give a fuck who you are, shut it down, because you have no reason owning a business. If you aren't willing to give somebody advice on something, why are you in this other than money? The only way our community is going to succeed is if we help each other succeed. People don't want to do that anymore, and it's sickening.
I would love to have a show with you doing that for Dating University.
Oh, I'm totally down. I'm always,
I love
my inbox is always open for anybody that ever has a question. If you just need a guide to point you in the right direction, I do not mind. And one of the biggest things I've noticed that people don't want to do is sacrifice. So I tell everybody, it takes you 1 year to sacrifice going out, going to restaurants and going to all that. Take all that money you would normally spend on the weekend, put it in the bank. Put it in a fucking money market account. There's different ways you can put money so it gains interest and it won't hurt you and you don't have to pay taxes. I'll show you all that shit. And when you do that, at the end of that year, you should have enough money to start your own small business. It only costs you anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 to start a business up. That's it.
That's good.
And if you're interested, hit me up. I will guide you. I will help you. I will cheer you on. I will be your fucking cheerleader for whatever it is you need. And to all the men, especially, if you are in a bad spot where mentally you are just about to break, come to my shop and talk to me, man. My door is always open. Tomorrow,
I love that.
He knows. I there's a lot of people that come to my shop just to talk sometimes and vent. And if you're in the area, swing by. I have no problem with talking or listening, whichever one you need.
Yeah. I love that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Brother Claude. You know I'm going to be tapping in with you because I think a lot of what I'm doing and what you're doing are going to intersect. And as far as the whole gatekeeping thing, I am in complete agreement with you. We're the only community that will spend the dollar only one time and it goes out of the community. Other communities have their dollars circulating 6, 7, 8, sometimes 10 times before it comes out of their community. And we got this whole thing, and I know where it comes from, and it's a really messed up reason, but it has its warrants, you know, with all the Black Wall Streets that we've had, and to watch them get completely burnt down, busted up, absorbed, used and abused. Yeah, we've become a nation, especially in the Black community, we've become a nation of, I gotta get mine, the hell with you if you get yours.
Wow.
And it's hurtful because it trickles down into everything else. It trickles down into our dating world. It trickles down into our money. It trickles down into our businesses. And it just continues to go. But I refuse to be a gatekeeper. Like Claude said, if there's something that I can help you with, I'm going to help you. I'm not going to try to break your pockets because I worked hard to get, you know, this the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we're going to make sure we uplift one another in this community, because without it, we can't go further. We're going to stay in the same space. We're not going to have the political power. We're not going to have the power of having judges. We're not going to have the power of real estate. We're not going to have the power of, like I said, all these other things that we really could have. Like we have it, but we don't have the mentality to work together. So I'm doing my part to bring people together, and it's literally baked into the name of the media group. I'm not saying the name yet because it's not legal yet, but it's going to get there soon. But it's baked right in. So once you join with me, you're going to understand where we are.
Beautiful.
And real quick before we get off, I do want to say, because I have watched you guys start this and get to where you are now, Charles, from watching you from back in the day, from Northern days, bro, to now, I cannot express enough how much I am proud of you. Oh, no, ain't no hush. I'm very proud of you.
I love this.
And Brittany, I am glad that you teamed up with him to go on this adventure, because both of you are doing great, wonderful things, not only for yourselves, but for the community also.
Thank you,
And
Clyde.
every time that I watch you guys, it is nothing but a pleasure. It makes me proud. Charles, next time I see you, bro, I got a hug that's been waiting for you, man. You got to
Oh man, I love this.
Relax, man. I'm pulling up.
You owe me a fucking hug, all right? So
I'm pulling up.
I love this, y'all.
for being able to watch people from the age of when I was 16, 15, 17, so forth, to where they are now and grow, the things they have learned and the progression that they've made, makes me proud to know these people. And watching both of you on this platform, it is an honor to know both of you. And I honestly, genuinely mean
Do not get me teary-eyed, Claude.
I'm trying to tell you,
Man.
bro.
Woo.
I thank you, man. That
Woo.
means everything to me, bro.
I wanted to say that before we got off of here tonight.
Man, and I don't see nothing.
Man.
I'm not following that. I'm sorry. I'm not
A
following
lot
that.
of people don't remember. I walked to his house in Dutch Village back in the day when we used to leave school. So just remember.
Man.
Listen. Oh my God. Them half days was wild, wasn't it? The planned one and the unplanned ones.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Yes, sir.
it's good to see that where everybody's coming. There's a lot of people that have been in the comments that we went to school with that have come a long way. So please don't think I'm excluded any of the people in there. I love all of y'all, each and every last one of you. And I think all of us need to keep cheering each other on. It is okay to tell your friends that they are doing good. It is okay to tell them you're proud of them. And brothers, it is okay to tell your brother you love him and that you're proud of him.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
So- And that's where I'm going to end my piece on Dating University tonight.
Thank you,
Well, I
Clyde.
appreciate you.
I have nothing else to say, so
I got nothing else to say.
happy
except for
birthday
just
to
happy
us.
birthday to us.
happy birthday to many more years of Dating University.
Happy birthday, you two.
Happy birthday. Thank you. Happy birthday.
Love
Dating
you both
University.
very much.
Yes,
Love you all.
'Cause y'all
all the
are.
leaders.
Yes, because y'all are Dating University. It's
Mhm.
not us. It's y'all.
Mhm.
Y'all, like I said, man, we're just a vehicle. Y'all the drivers. And we love y'all. We love y'all so much. Thank
So
y'all
much.
for continuing to rock out with us
Mhm.
week after week after week. Even when we're not on, y'all still rocking with us, and we appreciate y'all. There are many ways to support us, and a lot of them are free. Like, comment, share, bring
Yeah.
somebody else in.
Yeah.
That, you know, and if you really want to participate in helping sure to make sure this content keeps coming, we have our merch shop. I mean, you can't get Britney shirt no more because that's in the
I mean,
vault.
for the right price for this.
For the right
vintage,
price, I can dig it
I
out.
will-
I can dig it
I
out the
will sell
vault.
the shirt off my back.
You
will
might
sell
get
it
a
off.
sign and everything. You never know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, yo, bro.
Don't tempt me.
It's a whole nother thing. But I'll talk about that later. But yes, yeah, please go buy merch. We love y'all so much. We getting up
We
out of
love
here.
you.
See y'all next week. We're probably going to continue the birthday celebration next week too. So
It's a party.
if you've been a guest and if you want to be a guest, please come on.
Yes. No
Tumblers.
topic is off
Got
limits.
you. Do we got tumblers? I think we do
I
have
think
tumblers.
we do.
I think tumblers on the
Charles,
site.
you're the creator of the content. I just go online and
I got
my
you.
husband buys
I got you. I'll double check. And yeah, because we know Brandy needs a cup. Brandy love a cup. Love you too, Claude. Love you too, brother.
It
Thank
may
you.
be better than the most popular cup out now. I won't say the name unless they cut the check.
Cut the check.
But it's better than that cup.
It is better than that cup because of my heart, blood, and sweat. Not literally into it, but
He put all
it
of
is in
it.
it.
He put his foot in that design.
I appreciate it.
They'll support us. Even if you don't want to buy merch and you want to support us financially, cash that.
Oh yeah.
Or just like the old ladies back in the day when you're at church and they give you a little, a little handshake and they put a little something in the palm of their hands. You can walk by me on the street. Brett, I'm gonna walk by you on the street and we do a little dappity dap and I want to feel some of that green in my hands. I love you. I mean, I love you already.
This ain't free. Ain't none of this free. None of this. All this that you see, all this right here. I can't reach over and be like, hey, Brittany. But yeah, all this.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it.
This ain't free. This ain't free. So yes. So yeah, we'll keep the party going next week. We'll do another celebration. We want new people or old people who have been on the show come through, and yeah, we'll send you the link. Easy peasy.
I'm gonna be extra festive next week. I'm dressing up. So if you're coming on the show, I want y'all to dress up. Dress up. I might put on a ball gown next week.
You put on a ball gown and go to Walmart, yo. Like,
all right. Well, I'll put on an extra special ball gown.
Jesus Christ.
I'm wearing pants today. I'm wearing jeans. Yeah.
Shit,
I know. I had an appointment yesterday and my wax person said, oh, you're wearing pants? I own jeans, you are. I own pants. I know.
Who are you and what have you done with Brittany?
I know. It's cold outside. So I didn't want to get my
cold
little legs cold.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't want to get my little legs cold. So we love y'all. Happy 6 years, Charles.
Happy 6 years, Brittany. Love y'all. Peace.
Love y'all. Bye.